cell 13, open your mouth. Spread your legs. Clear. Let's go.
What up, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to that dog in the yard. Today we got Balistic, straight out of Buffalo, New York. You know what I'm saying? Balistic been home for a couple of years now, doing this thing, working, you know, following up with his craft. He's an artist, he's a rapper. You know what I'm saying? He out here, he's doing his thing and all that. Plus, doing his daddy duties and all that, like he's supposed to, you know what I'm saying? He out here doing his thing, man, all that. And today we got, you know, Balistic in the building. He took that walk with me. And let's get right to it, man. You already know, it's your boy Pistol Pete, dog in the yard. Get at me.
When you in that Tampa Bay area, make sure you reach out to my boy Gus Torres, man. If you want anything that has to do with real estate, man, make sure you hit him up. You get the lowest prices and the finest houses, man. Trust me when I tell you. But don't forget to mention my name. You already know that Pistol Pete will get you that early discount. And that's my brother, man, Gus Torres. You already know, out in the Tampa Bay area. Make sure you hit him up, man. Sell, buy, invest, all that. Make sure you hit him up, man, because he focused with that out there. Tampa Bay, you already know, is your boy Pistol, man. Get at me.
What up, what up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to that dog in the yard. And today we got Balistic straight out of Buffalo, man. You already know I fuck with Balistic, just to let y'all know off top. You know what I'm saying? I've been fucking with him for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I like his style. You know what I'm saying? I think he gonna make it big and all that. So I'm here to support him. And we doing big things together. So off top, just make that, let all that be clear before we move forward. You already know it's your boy Pistol Pete. What's up, Balistic?
What's going on, baby?
What's up, brother? How you been, man?
You know, I'm cooling, man. I'm here, man.
You looking good?
Thank you, man. You looking good too. I like
Thank
the
you,
jacket.
my brother. Appreciate
you know?
it. Likewise, man. You know I like
We
your
on the
shit.
jacket wave out here,
Yeah,
baby.
you know, I had to throw the jacket on because that's what you be doing. You be on your jacket
you
shit.
sorta, yeah,
I said, yo, hold up, man. Let me throw a little jacket on for
You
Balistic
know,
and all that.
Yeah, jacket wave, man.
Absolutely. But yeah, Balistic, I want to get into it as far as a little bit your background and shit like that. You know, your upbringing in regards to where you was upbringing, you know, where you was raised at, how many siblings you got, your background a little bit and all that. I mean, were you raised with both parents, you know, a little background about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from Buffalo, New York. I was raised downtown Buffalo, New York. But I've been through all over, grew up all over the city. But I got about, I got a lot of siblings, about like 4 or 5. My sister, Krishna, rest in peace, passed away. My brothers, shout out Jennifer, Gina, Johnny, Janessa, we all J's in the family. You know, my real name is James, so my mother named us all J's. And on my dad's side, he got a bunch of other kids too. So, and he got brothers, family all over from the Bronx to Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? So it's just ridiculous, yeah.
Okay, so with your parents was together, bringing you up?
No, they were separated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, did
they
that
separated.
that take any kind of like an effect on your upbringing as far as like that?
Yeah, definitely did. You know what I mean? Because my pops was locked up most of my life. My pops was locked up. He was in and out the feds, state. You know what I'm saying? The years here, years there. So, you know what I'm saying? My mom was raising us as a single mother. Then I had my older brother. You know what I mean? That's all I had really looking up to, you know what I'm saying, as far as a male figure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Other than the streets, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that definitely affected me.
Yeah, of course.
You know?
So what age you start getting yourself, in trouble and stuff like that?
Oh, shoot. I've been in and out of trouble like my whole life, just little runnings into the streets, you know what I'm saying? I got teenage stuff, you know what I mean? Just honestly, most of it was drugs all through my life, you know what I'm saying? So I remember getting caught.
When you say drugs in regards what, selling drugs?
Selling drugs, yeah.
So what age you started selling drugs?
Shoot, like 12 probably.
Wow.
I think I got my first YO when I was in I was like 13, 14.
Okay.
Had a few, had a whole my little baggies, you know what I'm saying, bagged up weed, you know what I'm saying, some bud, you know what I mean, got caught with that, caught my YO and then other than that, it was nothing crazy, just like little minors getting kicked off the block and stuff, running from the cops till a little bit later to my life, and then when I ended up into the feds.
Yeah, but where was your throughout this time, I mean, how many siblings was under the same roof you was under? Like,
all of us. It was
with your
it was
mom?
4 of us. It was
With just your mother?
5 of us all together. 5 of us all together.
Okay.
Me, my older brother, and my 3 sisters.
Okay.
Younger sisters. Yeah.
So how I mean, was it that kind of be difficult for your moms? I mean, having all those kids and them dealing with your ass going.
My brother in and out of jail. My brother was in and out of jail all my upbringing. So that was one thing that had us, you know what I mean, had me just affecting me. I mean, my sister's my stepfather, my younger sister's father. My father was in prison. So he wasn't around. Her father was in and out of prison. So I'm going back and forth visiting him. When my mom goes to see him, and then going to see my brother as well.
Okay.
My older brother, you know what I mean? And you know, that affected me.
Of course.
Being in the streets, you know.
Did you just spend more time in the street?
Yeah, you know, I tried to, you know, stay in school. I tried to do what I was supposed to do, but you know, it's hard, you know, when your whole family, every time you come home, you know what I mean, it is what it is. Everybody out there.
Yeah, everybody out there hustling or either in jail.
Yeah, in jail, hustling, you know what I'm saying?
So that's all you know?
That's all you know, yeah. You know what I mean?
I
You try to keep, you know, your nose clean, but you know,
right.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know
At the end of the day, that's what was in front of you. So that's what that's all you know. So I mean, you got to do what you do your best.
Yeah.
I get it. So at what year you decided? You know, you at what year you went to prison? Like jail.
When I went to prison, other than like I said, mine is going to like, you know, getting locked up and going to like the holding center. Little holding center overnight, little joints. You know, getting caught with little bit of drugs. I mean, nothing crazy. When I went to prison was my first real arrest was when I was under investigation. Went to federal prison at I turned 21 in the feds my first year in there. So 20 I went in, turned 21. So yeah.
What year was that?
I was 20. I don't remember exactly what year, but 2011 or somewhere like that.
Okay.
I only did like 2 years though. So
okay.
About 2011 I believe.
What was the occasion? What happened?
I was indicted from the feds with drug with possession with intent to sell. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was my final charge.
Okay.
But they was investigating me for, you know, a few months, about like 6 months to a year.
Okay. You know was it only you or?
Yeah, it was just me. Yeah, no
co-defendants,
no co-defendants, nothing like that. No, just me. Yeah.
So you wound up taking the time.
Yep.
So how was that? I mean, like first time in the real. Now you're in the big house. Fast.
Yeah.
I mean, now they offering you what they offering you when you first went in and all that. How was that? Were you scared? How was that? You know.
The first. Yeah, I mean, I was nervous. My uncle, he did mad time. He did like 15 in the feds. He got shot in prison and all that. He was, you know, he was like, yo, make sure you know, watch out. He gave me
a few pointers.
Yeah.
What he told you though? What he told you? Like, what if you pointed?
Like, yo, just you got any candy on your bed? Make sure you throw that shit off the bed. Don't accept no favors, no gifts, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Which I wasn't going to anyway. So you know, and I just went in with the thought process, like, you know, fuck it, whatever goes down, goes down. Y'all just got to survive, like a survival. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When I went in, I just was like, you know, closed off the outside world. You know what I'm saying?
You shut everything down.
Shut everything down. Yep.
And when you first went in, what was the first offer they offer you?
When I first went in?
Yeah, when you first got called by the feds, did they offer you?
Oh, yeah. No, they didn't want to give me no offer. They wanted me to cooperate immediately. They was like, yo, you done. You know what I mean? It's over. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, you know what I mean? We got you. I didn't really know what, like, it was my first time being indicted and anything like that. So I didn't know, you know what I mean? They didn't offer me nothing. So I had to wait till I talked to my attorney.
Right.
And my attorney was just like, yo, listen, looking at what you got, you know what I'm saying? It don't really look that, you know what I mean, that serious. You know what I'm saying? You ain't looking at no serious time, you know, nothing that you can't handle. You know what I mean? That was one of the main things I asked. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I could do, you know.
So you was relieved.
I could do it, yeah. Like, it ain't like, you know, it's my first.
You coming home.
Right, I'm coming home. So I'm like, yo, I could, you know what I mean? I could take it. You know what I'm saying? Is they try to scare you. That's the first thing they try to do, especially when they ain't giving you no pleas or nothing like that. So what they try to do is run you down with motions and shit like that. You keep going motion after motion. And, you know, that costs money every time you go to an attorney. So normally somebody that ain't got the, you know, the money, you know, luckily I had some funds saved.
Okay.
And I was able to pay my attorney, you know what I'm saying, every single time. And then family help too, you know what I'm saying? So I had him on my side along the way, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So he was able to, you know, guide me the right way, you know what I'm saying? And then finally he gave me a plea, you know what I'm saying? And took my a couple years on the chin. You know
what was the plea? 2 years.
3. I was going to take 3, but they ended up giving me the judge ended up giving me 2. This was my first. It was my first. I didn't have nothing but YOs and nothing like that before.
Yeah, you never been in prison, never
Never been
got
in
in trouble, just juvenile shit, which
Just
is
juvenile
nothing.
shit, right?
Yeah, so you wound up going. So you wound up going. You end up where you ended up at.
McKean Federal Prison.
How was that?
It was crazy, man. It was nuts. My first. I don't know if they was trying to test me when I first went in, but they put me in the hole. You know what I mean? Like when I got there, they was like, yeah, we can't register you on the pound yet. They were like, yo, we're gonna put you in the shoe. So the shoe is the hole for those who don't know inside the feds. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But I didn't know. It flashed in my mind. I see he said shoe. I said, the hole? I'm like, yo, he's putting me in the shoe. I go to the shoe. So they had me in there for 3 days. My first 3 days I spent in the shoe.
What was the reason?
They said I don't know if they was trying to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Because I was younger or whatever. I think that could have been what it was, but they said that they couldn't register me on the pound that day. They couldn't register me in the like the administration section.
Right.
So they like, yeah, you're gonna have to wait in the shoe.
And that's your first time in the shoe.
Right.
How was that?
It was bugged out. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, they told me they was like, listen, we just gonna put you in there for 1 day. I was in there for 3 days. For no real, I was just sitting in there. First person I get up in there. And it was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's in the section inside the prison. Like, you just see everybody out in the yard, doing thousands of inmates. You like, oh, it's your first time in there, and then they walking you to this little section, just like this little square, section. And when I went up in there,
like a little bathroom,
like a bathroom type shit. And then when I got up in there, the CO, they must have not let them know that they was just putting, or like I said, I couldn't tell if they was fucking with me or what. But he was like, yo, listen, man, this is my shit. It's my, you know what I mean? He was letting me know.
I run this shit here.
I run this shit here. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he thought I was in there just because I was on some shit or what. But they shackled me up, walked me to the
box.
section, the box, and then when they opened it up, it was a cat, big ass cat. His name was Tree. I'll never forget him. I was like, damn, man, what the fuck is gonna go down the first day? I gotta, you know what I mean? But he ended up being cool as hell. Tree, he was from Chicago, as a matter of fact. He was from Chicago.
Oh, that's what's up.
He was in there for about 15 years, you know what I mean? Not in the shoe. He was in the shoe because he had just got caught with some hydroxy cut and some shit, like, some contraband. So he was like, yo, what day is it? I'm like, yo, it's Sunday. He like, yo, that's crazy what they got you in for. I said, I don't even know. I said, they just put me up here. I was supposed to go to get registered. They was like, what? He was like, what? I was like, yeah. So he just had me up in there, and next thing I know,
it was kind of all right because at least you went in there and you had somebody to really talk to.
Yeah.
And break it down to you a little bit, like, yo, listen, man, be easy. So you wasn't able to just go there by yourself and get super stressed out and all that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he ended up being cool, you know what I mean? Real cool. He chopped it up to me. He spit mad game, and he was letting me know. You know what I mean? His brother died while they both was co-defendants. He was telling me, you know what I mean, his brother died while he was in prison. His mother died.
Wow.
And, you know what I mean? He was in there. He's already in
so
there.
So you was like, shit.
I was like, this shit. Yeah, but you know what? Like, I was just like, so when you hear stories like that, you realize, like, yo, your little two ain't, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It could be way worse. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I was in there with him. I just remember, waking up, and he got the sheet. Because you know what I mean? He got the sheet. And I'm like, oh shit.
You didn't know what was that about?
He taking the shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But you didn't know first.
No, I ain't know. Yeah,
You was like, what the fuck? He got the sheet on.
Yeah, he got the sheet covered up so he could take a shit. So we ain't, you know what I mean? So we split the, you know what I mean? Because the
so you can
room
get some privacy.
Like, yeah. So he put the sheet up so he could take the shit. You know what I mean? Use the bathroom and shit like that. It's all you hear is motherfuckers screaming back and forth through the vents. You know what I'm saying? And all that, they gonna let you out for an hour and all that. When you go to the shoe, that shit, that the shoe is their rules. So they do what the fuck they want to do. I showered one time in those 3 days. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget, like, when they finally did let me shower, it was like the second night in the shoe, and they bring you out the box, and they bring you to the box where the shoe section is, where you shower at, and it's like a clear joint. And I'll never forget, cuz was across from me, asshole naked, you know what I mean, and the warden was coming. It was a lady. And he like, yo, warden, let me holler at you. I'm looking, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? He talking to the warden ass naked.
Did she stop?
Yeah, she stopped. Like it was nothing to her. And then
Crazy.
I turned the shower. I'm like, yo, the water's cold and hot. You know what I mean? Like it want to burn your skin off. I'm like, Jesus. So I'm showering outside. Now I see why he was outside of the joint. Like I'm showering outside, turn the water on real quick, jump in real quick. I mean, jump right out. You know what I mean? Just
that was the
splashing.
showers.
Yeah, because it was burning, scalding hot.
Crazy.
Yeah, this is my first few days. You know what I mean? The first few days, I didn't even, like I said, I had woke up the day after that. I woke up to my man like, yo, y'all got him up in here. He been in here for a few days. He was supposed to be in. He was supposed to be up in here. They just left. I never went out once that whole time in the shoe.
Wow.
Yep. And he said he was in there for like a week or two. They still ain't let him out. They only let him out to go shower once in the blue.
So you got out at the
finally got out. Yeah, yep. Finally
Thank
got out.
God, you was happy as hell.
Yeah.
So how was that? Going to population and all that, getting in custody?
It was good. It was cool. You know what I'm saying?
When you started going to school, did you start going to?
Yes, I did.
What you
yes,
did?
I did. Yep. When I first got there, they was like, yo, they're like, you from Buffalo? You 055, you gotta go over your card. You know what I'm saying? So when I went over to my card, where the cast is at, they like, where you from? I'm from down the way. You know what I mean? So down the way is like a lot of people know where that's at. You know what I mean? I'm from downtown. So they like, oh, you from down the way? Boom, boom, boom. So they running checks.
Right.
Making sure everything all good. They brought me net bag, full of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My cosmetics and all that, and made sure I was good. It did, chopping it up with people from down my way. You know what I mean? It was a few people that's from around my way that knew a lot of my older heads and shit. So after that, I was good money. Then I finally got registered into the school in the GED. I actually went for, because I ain't have no GED or nothing. So I went and I took my GED and I passed it. I was working in the janitor, like not the janitor. I was working in the warehouse.
Okay.
For the food, for lunch, for the child time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm the one that put the pallets together.
Okay.
To send over to the child hall.
To the mess hall.
To the mess hall, right? So
okay.
I was working in there. After I got my GED, I messed around. I asked my man. I said, "Yo, let me become a tutor." You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, I was surprised I even got my GED. You know what I'm saying? Because
That's what it is.
Thank you.
That's
so
right.
You know what I mean? I was happy. I got my GED. I was super excited. You know what I mean? They had a little graduation party for us, for a couple, me and my man. Shout out to my man Bugatti. He got his GED. There was a few of us that got our GED. They had a little graduation party for us. Oh, that was dope. Because it felt like, man, something that I missed out during my school years. You know what I'm saying? And I was still young. I was probably one of the youngest people in my section. But long story short, I went to my man's, and my man Frank was running the GED program. It was another inmate. Shout out to my man Frank. He was a cool ass cat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He was in there for some bug stuff too. But I was like, yo, let me become a GED tutor. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew the job had to be sweet. And he was like, man, you know what? I got you, man. You know what I mean? And it was the best move that I had got, because that job was so sweet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't really got to do much if nobody really want to learn. You know what I'm saying? So I would just help out where I could.
Help out those who wanted to get help.
Right, exactly. Just help out just as much, pretty much as be an assistant for my mans. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gotta worry about going.
Stay out the way,
and then I ain't gotta bust my ass in the warehouse for a couple cents. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That was crazy up in there. So, and I kind of could do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I could move out. Cause my man that ran the joint, and even the CO that ran it, was my man that ran it, and the CO. It was sweet. Like, ain't nobody, you know what I mean? They ain't stressing.
So do you want to doing your whole bit there?
Yeah, yep.
And went home from there?
Yeah.
And how long you been home?
Shoot. It's been like 8 years now.
And how it's been, man? You home?
7, 8 years.
You home? I mean, what you have accomplished as you home? You got kids?
Oh man, yeah. I have my son. I actually had him before I went in. The first time I actually seen my son speak and talk was on the visiting floor out there.
Wow, so when you went to jail, your son was born?
He was just born, yeah.
So they must have been hard for you, man.
It was, yeah, yep. First time seeing him speak and talk.
I mean, like going to jail first time, and your baby just newborn and all that. That shit must have been like fuck, damn. Yep. You're not gonna be there for your kid.
Yeah.
I mean, those emotions was going. How was that for you?
It was sick. Like I said, I was sick. I was sick. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen him for a while. Till my mom finally had brought him, and when I had left, he wasn't even talking. When he came to visit me on the floor, he was, starting to talk, run a little bit, saying some words and stuff. So I was just like, it was emotional. You know what I mean? But that was part of the thing that helped me, say like, yo, I'm changing my life after this. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I went through this. I'm not gonna put him through this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So as he got older, throughout my bid, a couple of years, he would start questioning where I was at, and I was telling him he didn't know I was in prison. So I was telling him we were building a park. Okay. Because you had to come through through like the mountains and stuff. I'm like, yeah, you see, this is like a park out here. We helped building a park. Okay. And he was like, he's like, you ever gonna come home from building this park, Dad? He would say stuff like that after a while. Yeah, yep. So
that was crazy.
It was crazy.
So when you finally came home, it was all love. How old is he now?
My son? He's 11.
11. How is he? He's good?
He's good.
You there? Everything is good.
Everything's good. Yeah. He's a good boy. He's a whole square. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I wanted him to be. Yeah, that's what I wanted him to be. That's how you wanted to be. You wanted to be totally be different. Mm-hmm. You don't want our kids to be the way we was. Yep. That's what we work for, man. Yeah. That's why you change your life, because you realize that that's not what it is. Exactly. You don't want the same thing for your kids. Exactly. So you've been home 8 years. I mean, let the people know what you've been doing, what you've been working on. Yeah. I mean, like. Yeah, I mean, you went through the jail time. You did your time. Mm-hmm. It was super stressful. You went through your box time. You was away from your kid. Yeah. He was a baby. Yeah. Coming home. I've seen him starting to talk and to visit and all that. Yeah. All that after going through all that, and now that you're home and all that. I mean, what you been doing? Like, tell the people for the audience. For those individuals that think that things will never change, or you find yourself caught up in the jam and you're in jail. Some people just find. I was talking to this guy the other day, and he's fighting the case, and he's like, "Damn, man, he's stressing." And they offer him 2 years, and I'm like, it's gonna go by. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you face it, it's gonna go by. Like. If it ain't nothing, you really can't do nothing about it, then just face the music, man. Go ahead and just do the time. Do the time, right. You know what I'm saying? Let's get that shit over with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So, but after, you coming home and all that, and you've been out here doing your thing, I mean, like, what you been doing? Like, man, I've been doing music, you know what I'm saying? So I came home, I started focusing on my music, man. I was doing it a little bit before I came in, you know what I mean? Before I went in, and I wasn't being 100% serious with it. So, even while I was in there, I was writing, I was performing at the chapels every weekend. And then when I came home, I just started putting my foot to the pedal and just started grinding.
You was performing at the chapel? Yeah, you didn't tell me nothing about that?
I was performing every Sunday, yep.
Every Sunday?
I was rapping with a few heads, you know what I'm saying? There's a few heads that came home that, you know what I mean, that's out right now. That's all, that we all, we all keep in contact now on social media. We was all rapping, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I was performing in the chapels, cool. Live in the chapels. You know what I'm saying?
You was keeping your voice right.
I was trying to, keep my bars sharp and stuff like that. Yeah. What else was crazy too? I was when I ain't tell you, I was locked up with Snipes, with Wesley Snipes.
You was locked up with Wesley Snipes? How was that, man?
It was crazy. I actually watched New Jack City with Wesley Snipes in the Feds.
Wow. Yep. And he was in the same unit with you and everything?
Yeah, he was in the same unit. Yep. We had a whole screening in New Jack City and stuff while we was in there. So a lot of crazy stuff to write about and stuff while I was going on. While
how was that? How was that experience doing? You did a bit with
Snipes. Man, it was crazy. He had his own like exercise class. You know what I'm saying, that you could go to. He was a cool cat. You know what I'm saying. Like I said,
you talked to him and everything.
Yeah, yep, chopped it up with him. Like I said, like so he came to a couple of the little performances in the chapel. I'll be doing these workouts and like CrossFit training and stuff. He chopped it up with me about that because he does a lot of martial arts, and he was telling me like he ain't into that CrossFit stuff, but he would like to be. Right. You know what I mean? But the most craziest joint was when we watched New Jack City all together. You know what I'm saying?
And he's there, right there.
Right there. We had a whole screening. You know what I'm saying? And he came to chill with everybody all the inmates and watched. You know what I'm saying? He bounced in the middle
That's
of the night.
That's what's up, man. I mean, so it seems like the bit. Your time, it was you took it and you made it all positive. You handled your business, you did your time, you came home, you've been doing your music. You also got a job, you got to work.
Yeah. So I work, you know what I'm saying? I do all types of stuff, you know what I'm saying? I went to school for home and auto insurance. I got a license to do that. And I managed a few different stores for my peoples. I know a bunch of business owners, so I just, I put my mind to that. they all love me. You know what I mean? So I was working. You know what I mean? I've been doing all types of stuff. Really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all positive vibe.
All positive. Yep. All legit. You know what I'm saying? That was another thing. Like I said, when I came home, you know, after I got my GED and stuff, I was like, let me try that. My man put me on to the home and auto insurance, and he was like, yo, just try that out. I was like, you know what? If I could do that, I could try to do this too.
Yeah.
And I really did that just on some, you know, just to test my, sharpen my, you know, because I got my GED. I said, if I did that, I could probably do this, and I ended up getting licensed for that. So I really just been doing, like, that's just minor stuff, you know, just to test my where my brain is at. You know what I'm saying? And my
and there's also, I mean, you need a job.
Yeah.
You need to get some money. That if you're rich. You know, you need to have some income.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you're working on your dream.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to also maintain.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know how that shit go. You got to be able to maintain.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, if you're not there, then you got to keep working for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And but I love that about you. I love the fact that, you know, you keep a positive vibe. You home. You've been home 8 years. You know, you got your everybody good, family good.
Yep.
Brothers are home.
Yep.
Moms, everybody great.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, so that's the good thing about this shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
Good shit is that you did your time. You went through your fucking trials and tribulations and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now you're here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
all
You're
that
here
matters.
doing the right thing and all that. And most importantly, following your dreams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and we here to support you. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, man. But we know, dog in the yard.
Yeah.
You got Pistol Pete behind you.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We working on it. You know, we working on Dog in the Yard album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be the first single on that joint.
Yeah.
We're gonna push it. We're gonna do great things together.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get to do some videos and all that together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we need, you know, we can't just have some music. We got to get that video done.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff out right now. Even right now, we working. We got a lot of stuff
You got
out.
a lot of
Shout out
shit
to
right
Who
now?
Banger.
Yeah.
Shout out to Who Banger. You
That's
know what I
right.
mean? And man, you know, I got a lot.
You got a lot of shit going on, man.
I'm working. I'm grinding.
You
got a lot of
grinding
stuff.
everywhere. Every time I see you, boom, you popping.
Yeah.
You know?
Make sure y'all check out my new single, Worked Hard for This, featuring Benny the Butcher,
There you
the
go.
Shark. Shout out to Killer Fraction Music. You know what I'm saying? My latest album that dropped right before that prior was Guilty. You know, presented by my brother's 80 Empire. It features artists like, man, I got Benny the Butcher on there. I got Rick High. I got Chris Rivers on there. I got a bunch of people on there. Nems, Gorilla Nems is on there. So many people on that album. Young Pharaoh, shout out to my brother Young
So
Pharaoh.
listen, make sure y'all look my brother up. Let's get focused, man. He got some good music out there with some great people and all that. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep grinding. Let's keep doing your thing and all that. You know what I'm saying?
sir.
Nothing but success, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is a platform. We're gonna use this platform, you know what I'm saying, for everybody that's just trying to get this shit together, that been through that fucking issue, been through that situation, been in that yard. Ballistic, let me ask you a question. How you feel about prison reform?
I feel like it's necessary.
It's necessary.
Yeah. Yep. I took all my classes before prison, before my release of prison, from victim impact classes and a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying, that introduces you to like prison reform, like when you're going home, like, you know, to transition. You know what I'm saying? And I think prison reform is a necessary thing.
Okay.
For everybody that goes back out into the world. Going back out into the world is and you doing the same things that you did before.
It can be very challenging.
Right. Yeah. So I'm big on that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What you think about mental health?
Mental health is another issue. A lot of people have a lot of mental health issues that they don't even realize they have. A lot of people leaving prison had post-traumatic stress. They already had mental health issues before they left, and they leaving with more. You know what I mean? So it's always good to go.
Too much pressure on them. So that is important, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Facts.
Definitely.
Yo, listen, Balistic Man, it was great. It was an honor having you. Appreciate having you.
Appreciate you having me.
And we gonna keep it going, man. You already know it's your boy Pistol and that dog in the yard, Balistic, but straight out of Buffalo.
Oh, yo, before I go, man, shout out to my cousin Cito at Sweet Sound, man. I gotta shout out Sweet Sound.
Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up? You already know what it is. Your boy Pistol Pete. Welcome back to that dog in the yard. And I want to first and foremost thank Balistic Man for coming through. The Balistic Man, straight out of Buffalo, man. Appreciate the love, man. You know what I'm saying? I went up there, spent the whole weekend with them brothers. You know what I'm saying? The interview was great. You know what I'm saying? It's uplifting. You know what I'm saying? For those brothers out there that spent some time in jail and all that, and they're out here looking for, and they got some sort of craft, and they want to practice their craft, their career, anything that you may have that you might, you know, work on it, man. Never let it go. Don't never, ever let your dreams go, man. Take it from Balistic, man. You know what I'm saying? He never gave up, did his time upstate in the feds, and now he home doing his thing. And with that being said, you already know it's your boy Pistol Pete, dog in the yard, man. Till next week. And by the way, you already know where we at, man. Up in that NYC, man. We up here, man. You already know we up here, fleeked out, switching up, you know what I'm saying? And we stay icy. New everything. Dog in the yard.
You dumping or you dipping? Which one? I'm with the gang. Is you blunting or you crippin'? Throw it up, shots bang. You gon' slug 'em or you clip 'em? Call whoever you want. That shit won't